Everyone, welcome back to another 15-minute builds here in the Minecraft world. I know it's been a little bit of time, so let's just get right into it. We're going to be upgrading some of these houses in Whitekur because it's designated as a Princedom, but it's not actually the population densities for it to be at that level, so we're just going to correct that. There's a couple houses in the interior of the village, so, you know, this part that we've already built that we're just going to expand some houses, and then we got to build some more. There's an outer island all the way over there I've been clearing some trees from, so that'll give us the tons of the resources that we need to do that. So hopefully I'll be able to do this quickly if I know what I'm doing. I hope you had a great Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. I hope you enjoyed it, and I also hope that you had a good New Year. And what else am I thinking? Oh nope, I think I covered everything. 2025, yay, let's hope it goes decently this year. Can't say that I'm not holding my breath. Let's just put it that way. But you know, I did get a cool bunch of things for Christmas. If I get a second, I'll show you some things. But let's just keep building this house here. Most of these are very simple. So really, I filled that in wrong. But basically, the issue was for some of these houses is just that I put like I overcrowded the houses, and I know that most people trap their villagers in like 1x1 holes, but I'm trying my best to not be like that. And so I'll just jump down here and show you really quick. So like this is horrific. This is just terrible. Like, I mean, I wouldn't want to live like this. You know, at an arm's length, I guess. But there's a couple other houses that are like that. So if I just grab my silk touch, I don't want to have to break glass if I don't have to, and I think my silk touch pickaxe is basically the only pickaxe that's still doing decently. I just don't feel like I remember making these this particular house this tall, but you know, it doesn't really matter. And if we can take the wood away so that we not are, I'm gonna make sure we're trying to get back all the resources we can. And I didn't fill in the floor, so let's just do that really quick. I do have a shovel at least, so that helps a little bit. And despite repairing all of my tools, especially I think I mostly repaired the axe. It's still now damaged again, so we're going to go back and grind. I think the main mode of doing that was just trading with villagers, and we'll probably need another bell for this village anyway, so we're going to need to be doing that. But I'll be doing that, you know, maybe a little off screen because that's freaking boring and not fun. So I guess the idea now that's worth considering is probably want to center this house, but you know, actually, so I guess what I'm saying is this house has its door centered, but I think I want to preserve the fact that this was once a smaller house that was expanded, so I think we're just going to keep it as is. And I did want to say that we did work on the rest of the desert village we were working on. I will show that towards the end, so you know, stick around for that. I think we're for the most part finished with that village. And hi doggy, there's a dog over here. But okay, so this house is just a little bit better, so if we just fill in the roof, we'll have to place some torches up stairs, and we're at about 3 minutes in. Hopefully I'll get it's been a little bit, so hopefully when I'm building these houses it won't take as long, but I should really just have the resources crafted ahead of time. But anyway, it's a little more filling, and I should have a torch on me, so we can do that. I do really like the oh, there's something else I wanted to do. I've been meaning to look at if there was a stronghold near that desert village, because I you know, it's far enough away. I think that there could be a chance there is, at least from the map. Just, you know, like it's a pretty far away distance from where the other stronghold is, and I would like to connect more structures if they're around. So I think it's worth a shot, considering, you know, we play in Bedrock. I think I might have mentioned that before, but let's just keep building these houses. And okay, so really quick, this is one of the things I got for Christmas. Is just a big Lego Minecraft crafting table. This is super awesome. I also banged right into the desk, but so this is pretty sweet. I got a bunch of other Lego sets, but you know, just a quick flex. You know, Legos, I will never outgrow those. We're not gonna need to sleep. I think we're gonna be okay. The mob should continue to not bother us. And so, okay, so once we have like fixed up this village, I really do think that it's gonna be high time to I'm all okay. So in the background, I'm almost done excavating that other trail ruin that I I wanted to have excavated truthfully before I did the what's the one video? The history video, you know, the history of this Minecraft world. Mainly just because I just want to make sure I have every site that would pertain to that and make it more interesting to record and do, like ready to go, and that one's not quite ready. So once we have that piece together, its history, all that, that video is going to be in the works. Because I would like to get all of that lore like kind of just sorted out, because it's kind of just like all up here, and I would like to get it somewhere. Okay, so if we just jump down here, we can place another. Yeah, see what I mean? Like this is the these beds are way too close to each other, and we just fixed that. There's a couple of houses here that do have like a ton of villagers in them. I think we should probably place the torch like over here. Is probably better. There is a couple of houses that do have quite a bit of beds in them, but I'm okay with that because for the most part those are like custom houses. Those are the ones that are closer to the like front of the village. Those will probably stay as is. We might even build a couple more houses like that, and it's even worth considering. So I guess I could bring this up. We could potentially turn this into just a proper kingdom. Let me just sleep anyway, so I'll just walk over there to the island. Show you that really quick. I think for the most part those two houses are good. We can start working on a couple of houses, but I also did want to at least propose maybe some ideas. I do play, I think I've probably mentioned it before, I do play Mabinogi as a game I play every once in a while, and one of the cities in that game has houses that are kind of like taller city buildings that are made out of stone brick and brick. So the brick is like the upper portion, and the lower portion I think is stone brick, and we would be using dark oak wood as our main frame wood. So I would be thinking of turning this area into a more urbanized area. And then, so we have this really crappy port over here. I don't even know if you'd call this a port. Maybe just a little dock with a boat. And so basically my idea here is to turn this into like a really big, I guess if you're familiar in Pokemon, usually there's those routes that have, you know, there's just docks, you know, they're just like basically big piers that you just walk over a water route, or you know, you could surf if you wanted to. So in our case, we could swim if we wanted to, or use the boat. But I just don't think this area would work very appropriately for a bridge, because it's just, well, it's very hilly, and I think up here would look a lot better, and we could turn this to maybe more of a harbor town, harbor city. I mean, it makes sense to make it a kingdom if we wanted to, so I'm just leaving that out there because I'm probably going to be grinding for the resources anyway. But let's actually go back to finishing these houses. I think this one was done. We just had to move the torch maybe in this house, and that should be good. And if there's a torch out there, there is. And move this bed, and I think the people would probably appreciate some windows, so let's give them a couple of those. And okay, so I guess usually I don't place that many windows to a side, but I think it gets the job done. So the population of this village is probably not going to increase this video, but if we can at least get most of these houses in better shape, I'm happy with that. I think that was the house. Oh no. There was these two houses, and then I did need to actually build one more, I think. Yes, I outlined this house over here. Okay, so I think this house is overcrowded. Yep. This is even worse. This is even worse. Sorry, I had a cough there. So this house is even worse. Like, I mean, just 4 beds is just crazy. So let's just fix this really well. Let's build the house first before we start siphoning beds. But yeah, that's terrible. That's, oh my god, that's so overcrowded. Okay. Oh, like I said, relative to other villages, you know, and other Minecraft worlds, maybe not so much. But okay, I guess the other thing I didn't mention is that I'm back home right now until I go back to college. So that's why the scenery has changed. Maybe the camera angle has changed a little bit. I got a haircut, you know, some things have changed. But we get a house built really quick here. I think we're going to actually mimic it in the style of those other ones. So I'm going to actually leave glass. Sorry, I'm going to place all the way up here with logs, and then we'll have a door here. So if I just place it like that. And so that's what I was talking about. These houses over here have like 6, or I think these have 6 beds in each of them, but they're bigger houses. And they were custom outlined. Same with the castle. Like, the person who built this village before me outlined all these structures, so I kind of just built them where they were and hope they turned out okay. And for the most part, they did. But some of them also didn't. So, well, I guess didn't in terms of, I mean, like, I just was like, okay, 4 beds to a house is okay. No. But I didn't want to build any of these houses tall, right? Because I wanted this to be kind of a rural kingdom. So I guess maybe we shouldn't build those tall houses. Maybe we should save them for somewhere else. Maybe we should save them for the... Okay, maybe we should save those, like, nicer buildings for, once we eventually build the world spawn. Because I would like to turn the world spawn into, like, a more, like, proper area that you know, hang around. Because right now it's kind of just, like, the wilderness with a couple houses. And I don't think that's quite appropriate, so we might have to change that. But something I also did want to do at some of these houses. So, you know, or, well, maybe you don't. But there, at one of our other villages, I started to try to build with birch. So I built like some birch style houses. Well, you know, like that one, right? And I don't mind the look of stripped birch, but I really don't like the raw look of the birch woods like that over here. So if we can, we're going to try to avoid that. We're at the 11-minute mark. And like I said, I won't forget. We will look at the desert village because I think for the most part I finished that up. I think there's a couple other things I just wanted to do before we wrap that up. But this was kind of more pressing and I really needed to grind for resources for the wood anyway for other projects. So I thought I had grabbed more cobblestone, but I guess I didn't. And I wish I did, but it is what it is. Just a side note, by the way, I'm so glad they extended the render distance just a little bit more because I think before I wasn't able to see that lighthouse, but every time that I'm able to see it, like we got to build another structure like that somewhere in this world. Not necessarily a lighthouse, but well, maybe. Actually, the world spawned could probably use a lighthouse, so you know, maybe we'll keep that in mind if you got some color scheme ideas because we'll probably want to alternate it. And the world spawn, well, I guess the village of Atator is right near there, and its color scheme is white and yellow, but I mean, that's something we can tweak. Not necessarily Atator's flag color, but world spawn could actually be its own village, and I wouldn't have any issues with that. But I probably shouldn't be the leader of it, considering I lead like every other kingdom and village in this world. Someone else could take a shot. My neighbors haven't come back on it in a while, but you know, their village is basically about to be taken over by the one we've built, the kingdom we built, Breadbird. This house isn't. See, I thought I built something differently about those houses. Okay. Well, I guess it's not really an issue. But okay, so whoever's living in this house for now, though, they'll have to just deal with the fact that there's no floor and there's no door. And the roof is maybe a little lower than I wanted it to be. Yeah, I thought I did something wrong. It's not a big deal. They'll have to live with it. They'll have to live with it. Well, actually, we'll just keep the split beds. But if we can, maybe reorient them. Yeah, that's fine. Then we'll go over to this house we just built. That looks like looks like it was just built. So we can slap down some beds. I might want to get a couple more chests in here. I don't know if villagers actually interact with chests at all. I know that they have like hidden inventories, and I've known that for a while. Like, right? I think most people know that. That's why they have like they can store food and stuff like that. Sometimes they can have armor if you like dispense it to them, I think. But for the most part, these villagers, I really wish they added like not soldier villagers. Like, I don't want villagers to be fighting wars, but like if there were villagers that supported iron golems and fighting off villages, then we're fighting off villages, defending villages, then I would feel more comfortable actually doing some like villager raids, pillager raids. But I don't want to lose like all of the villagers that I've spent so long to accumulate. I don't want to have to like transport them over or something like that, even though they all seem to die on their own eventually anyway. But so this is let's say that this is basically the end of the building for this part of the video, because well, that house is done, and then we've fixed up these two, and basically next time it's kind of just thinking about our design, I think I'm gonna go with I would really like to step away from these kind of style houses, and the reason why I want to do those variation more so than the others, and I hear the garage door opening, more so than the others, is because like this was a custom village. I feel like it would be appropriate to have custom buildings. But anyway, we'll go check out the desert village. I'll see you there. Okay, so we're here in the desert village, and I can't remember exactly where we left off, but I have the whole village finished. So here's the statue of the deer god. That's that one. And I think I finished all the desert houses. Yep, those are all good. So we have to finish the desert temple, the other stairway down. But like I said, we'll figure that out. And I think while we're here, we'll also make sure we use that Eye of Ender while I actually still have it in my inventory. So these are the other statues I finished. And this is also to the fox god, to the wolf god. And these are the two so these are the houses that we built. And I think I set up another farm down here, but the thing I wanted to show the most was this little enclosed area over here. And I think I definitely placed this. I think I showed this this part anyway, but this nice little canopy over here I think is very nice, and it's basically the finishing portions of this village. And then we have, you know, the the little small village next to it. So that's the kingdom. I guess this is the village next to it. I did finish up all of these walls. So if you remember before, they had kind of just like sand and cobblestone mixed through. So I just kind of enhanced them with all cobblestone. So those walls are all set. But this area I think is for the most part all good in terms of population. I don't know if we want to do anything else here. But anyway, let's if I can we have to dig through our bundle. But if we dig through it enough, we'll eventually get to the Eye of Ender. And if I throw this up, maybe it'll point us in a direction. And if it doesn't shatter, we'll just keep following it. So let's we'll just run over a little bit more. And it's still directing us this way where the eye went. Okay, so probably this point probably destroyed itself. Oh, still here. Okay, let's just try throwing it right at the base of this temple. Why not? If we throw it, and okay, so now it's just pointing straight that way. So I feel like we're maybe close by to one. We keep looking. I don't have the patience. Now it's outside the walls, so we're not gonna go there. But we'll keep looking around for structures in this area potentially. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully there won't be any animals disturbing me, but see you next time.